Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and you have no idea how excited I am to give you guys this video. As you guys know, I'm a big Everton fan in real life. Come on, you Blues, everything like that. And yo, they've had an amazing start to this year. I think this is their best start in the last 100 years or so. There's a stat like that out there. Needless to say, we are cruising, we are bruising other teams, and we're about to get a bunch of informs. And today, I have two players to review that have been very instrumental in how we've played in real life. Of course, we got Player of the Month, Calvert Lewin. But most importantly, we got the sexiest footballer alive in form, James Rodriguez. So guys, shall we? Let's look at the cards. So the first card's gonna be, like I said, Player of the Month, Calvert Lewin. And this is a long time coming for him. He has grinded his butt off in real life to become the player he is today. And it's for the first time in FIFA where I feel like the stats have accurately reflected how he plays in game. All right, so he's 6'2". He has high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a three-star combination. Already I'm seeing possible flaws here. I played 6 games in Rivals with him. In Division 3, I got 5 goals and 1 assist. But yeah, before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at this Calvert Lewin card and you take into consideration the new meta of FIFA 21, he looks like he has a little place in it. All right, his pace, of course, is serious. His shooting is very nice. The key stats here are his finishing, shot power, and attack positioning. Those in combination with his pace will make him a very, very tough person to cover. His passing is pretty bad. I mean, there's no way I can really put this. I mean, his vision, curve, and short passing are passable. But 48 long passing, we're going to see if that really comes back to bite him in the butt. His dribbling stats are fairly decent for a target man striker. I mean, his agility and balance are, of course, not that great. His ball control and dribbling, not that great. Composure, once again, not that great. His physical stats are really what makes him who he is in real life and what he is in the game. He has 86 strength, 86 stamina, 95 jumping. So you already know at 6'2", this man's going to head these things in the back of the net. And of course, he has the 92 heading accuracy. Next, we're going to look at James Rodriguez. I mean, I can't believe we're in 2020 and we're talking about James playing for Everton. But here we are. He's 5'11". He has medium work rates. He's left-footed, and he is notoriously left-footed with a 2-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I played 6 games in Rivals with him, Division 3. I got 4 goals and 3 assists. And when you look at this card, I mean, there's a lot to like about it. All right, let's talk about the positives first. His shooting is really, really good. 85 finishing, 88 shot power, 94 long shots with the outside the foot shot trait. That looks absolutely magnificent. Of course, there's 2 things to really think about here. There's the lack of attack positioning. I mean, 81 is decent, but when you look at the rest of his stats, not that great. And also the left foot, or the extremely left-footedness of this card. He only has a 2-star weak foot. We're gonna see if that affects him. His passing is insane, just like it is in real life. 88 passing, 93 crossing with 92 curve are his standout stats here. His dribbling stats look very nice. The agility and balancing, the agility and balance do look worrisome, but the rest of his dribbling stats are top class. Of course, James does not bring any physical. He has 67 stamina, which is once again a big con on this card. So true to how they've played in real life, I've played them in the 4-3-3, and I've played both of them in the positions where they've really done well in real life. We have Calvert Lewin as the striker, James Rodriguez as the right wing, and you might be thinking I'm crazy for playing the 58 pace right wing, but look at the tactics real quick, all right? We got DCL obviously getting in behind, staying central, and James Rodriguez will essentially have this team built around him. He's on stay forward, free roam, come short. I am playing him exactly in the same role he plays in real life. He has a free roll. He does not defend at all. He just stays forward, and I look all game to get the ball to him. So we're going to see how that worked out in the gameplay. Right now, I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, 1 star week. Take it away. Thanks, 1 star. So, as you guys know, we got a double review for you guys today. And the first player is Player of the Month, SBC. Dominic Calvert Lewin. He's selling for $57K. Is he worth it? I think once you get past the initial shock, I think $57K is not a bad price considering how well he fits the meta. We're going to break down the stats and tell you exactly what to expect at home. So, first we're going to talk about his pace. He has 88 pace, and by God is this guy quick. The pace stat doesn't really do him justice because every single time I sent a through ball in behind him, he would beat the defender. If he didn't beat the defender to the ball, he would beat them in the air. And if he didn't beat them in the air, he would hold them off with his brutish strength and get the ball anyway. He is a physical beast. His pace is a big part of that. And overall, I got to give his pace a 9 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about shooting, and there is a mixed bag of stats here. The most important stat, in my opinion, is his attack positioning. It makes him very hard to mark, and he's followed the advice of Don Carlo Ancelotti in real life and really positioned himself well in game. He's always there for the first touch finishes, which he's famous for in real life. And him and James together, oh my God, was I having a blast. I would have James just dink over the top through balls to him. With his attack positioning, he would chase them down every time and win them. His finishing in the box, I think, is pretty reliable. He has 84 finishing. As long as it's on the strong foot and you get a good position on it, he's going to hit the back of the net. Overall, this guy's shooting is an 8.5 out of 10 on his right foot, and that is a big caveat. On his right foot, I think this guy's pretty clinical. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and you might be wondering at home, is he worth it with his 69 passing? How does it feel in game? And honestly, in game, it was pretty solid. It was better than I thought. Because in real life, which is how I tried to play him in this game, he is a target man. He's known for those qualities. So for him to have 48 long passing is kind of shocking. But in game, I didn't really test his long passing that much. I already knew over the top through balls were not a thing he was going to be able to do. And when I played him to his limitations, which is a bunch of short passes, maybe a bunch of 1-2s, he was surprisingly pretty decent at that. He was effective at playing target man because of it. As long as you keep it simple, don't do too much, his passing is solid. Overall, this guy's passing is a 7 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and once again, I was surprised here. Despite what the dribbling stats say, he feels very light on his feet for a big man. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not an Mbappe, he's not a Messi, he's not on that level of agility and everything like that, but on the ball, he's pretty light. I think it has a lot to do with his lean body type, and he's able to beat a man or two if the need is there. He's able to retain possession because of this a lot better than other target man, which is something to keep in mind. His 76 composure did affect him. He would get caught up on the ball. He would sometimes mess up a few finishes. But overall, I would say his dribbling is a 7.5 out of 10. It's solid, it's usable, nothing more, nothing less. Finally, we'll be moving on to his biggest strength. No pun intended. It's his physical, and in game, that's, I think, the reason why he's worth the $57K. This guy wins every single header in the air, and it was comical. All I had to do was dink the ball up to him. He would win it every single time. His strength was very, very noticeable in game. He backed into opponents, and they had no chance to get the ball off of him. And his 86 stamina means man lasts all game. Overall, this guy's physical is a 10 out of 10. He's the closest thing to Ronaldo as far as physical goes I've used on this game. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think he's a card you have to use to its strengths. And if you do, you have a very good striker here. He has the pace, the physical. You need to be launching a lot of balls into the box to really get the best of his heading ability. And if you have a playmaker like a James to hit the ball to his feet, he can finish these things first time. Overall, I would give his card an 8 out of 10. Use him to his strengths, and honestly, he's definitely worth the price. Next, we're going to be talking about the sexiest man in football, 84 in-form James Rodriguez. He is selling for 11 to 12K on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would have to say absolutely. This guy has the quality of a card that sells for a lot more, and people are sleeping on it because of the pace. Don't be one of those people. I'm not lying to you. He is an absolute beast in game. We're going to break down the stats though. So, the first stat, of course, is going to be his pace, and there's nothing to write about here. I threw a Catalyst Chem down on him. That brings his pace up to a whopping 68. Honestly, what I will say to get the best out of this card is do not run with him. Do not sprint with him. Do not use any of the explosive skill moves to create separation, because he's not going to get any separation at all. As long as you play to his strengths, the pace is not an issue in my opinion. Overall, this guy's pace is a 3 out of 10. This guy is slow. I have nothing else to say. Next, we'll talk about shooting, and this guy's shot is absolutely insane. If you get it on his left foot, this guy's Messi. I am not lying to you. This guy inside the box, and outside the box. I think this guy is probably the best long shot I've used. Was very clinical, as long as I got it on his left foot. And being that his dribbling, which we're gonna get to later, was actually very good, getting on his left foot was actually pretty easy. I was able to score for fun with this card. Every time he was in and around the box, I've noticed that my defenders did not know, or my opponent's defenders did not know what to do, because you have to respect the long shot. I scored a bunch of finesse long shots out of the box with him. You have to respect his finishing and his passing ability. Overall, this guy's shooting is a 9 out of 10. This guy's clinical, just don't use his right foot. Next, we're gonna talk about his passing, and like I said, he's very well known in real life for his passing, and in game, they've done a great job at replicating it. This guy's playmaking ability is probably what makes him so fun, in my opinion. If you use him like he plays in real life, just keep on giving him the ball, letting him recycle possession, and just pick defenses apart with his incisive passing, you're really gonna have a treat. His 93 crossing is insane. If you need somebody to cross the ball to your taller players, if you need a free kick taker to cross the ball to your taller players, this guy should be it. He has probably one of the best crossings I've used on this game. Overall, this guy's passing is a 9.5 out of 10. It is near perfect. I'm not sure how much better it can get. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and once again, I was surprised here. I thought with his 79 agility, 77 balance, and 5'11" body, I thought he'd feel kind of clunky. But in game, this guy felt like Messi. This guy's R1 and L1 dribbling was insane, because you have to imagine with his 4-star skills and the lack of acceleration, a lot of these skills won't come off. And that's okay. Left stick dribbling, L1 dribbling, R1 dribbling is all you need. You will have your defenders dancing around you, never getting the ball. And he just takes a bunch of little touches to keep possession like he does in real life in this game. I'm not sure if he has special animations, but it definitely seems like it. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 9.5 out of 10. He is so hard to dispossess, especially because he's slow. Opponents are not going to really be able to take the ball from him. He just keeps the ball so close to his body. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and there is nothing to write home about here. He is weak. He gets tired easily, but I found with my tactics, which was to have him stay forward and not defend at all. He did actually last all 90 minutes. Overall, this guy's physical is a 4 out of 10. Obviously, not his strong point at all. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think if you did what I did and built the entire team around James, basically freeing him up to attack and not defend at all, surrounding him with midfielders like Allen, Llorente, Limer, players like that who'll do the hard work for him, I think he's a very good card. There's no other card on this game under 100,000 coins that you can get with these attributes when it comes to his shooting, his passing, and dribbling. And overall, if you can get past his pace, I gotta give him an 8.5 out of 10. Don't sleep on the kid. He's very nice in game. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Everton double review. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video, but until then, later.